Hello everyone, Wampet here. So today I'm going to go over the Seattle Seahawks signing Ezekiel Ansah and what I think of it. Alright, obviously Seattle traded Frank Clark and got a first round pick and next year's second pick. 2020 draft, second round pick as well. I would say that I like Frank Clark a lot, but for the cap space you get and just with how much you would have to pay Frank Clark, it's a good deal Seattle made. Anyway, Ezekiel Ansah, Seattle signed him, right? And he's been a pretty good pass rusher. Injury issues have been a problem. But then again, the injury issues have really just been, I think, just from stuff that's happened recently in last year. What I mean by that is, I forgot the term for it, but where something happens recently and it's why you think what you think. And injury proneness, I think right now, is that. Because if you look at the actual facts of the matter, I thank Seahawk Maven for kind of pointing it out that he isn't as injury prone as people think. Where here's Pro Football Reference. God. Anyway, I should get my references correctly. So I'll have something pop up where he's only missed 2 to 3 games usually, but of course last year he missed most of the season. But what I classify injury prone personally is the guy misses most of the season, most of his career. Sam Bradford, for instance, gets paid out for the season because he gets injured. That's what I mean by that. Injury proneness. Not, he gets nicked, misses 2 or 3 games a season. More, he's out for the most of the season a lot of the time. So I would say, if you can get Ezekiel Ansah for 14 games, it's a good deal. And, he's a great player. He's a guy who can use power and speed. And yeah, sure, his shoulder has to be 100% and all, but if it is, and you get a great player on a 1-year deal. If he plays well enough, maybe you do sign him back. But if he gets injured, you don't, Or you let him go next year because people are going to pay him too much. Personally, I would like Seattle to add another D lineman. Not D-tackle, which they did in Al Woods, who's been a decent enough player to last in the NFL. He was with Seattle in 2011 for 2 games, and he left. Anyway. So I would say this line does have potential, but I would still like them to add one more player like Nick Perry. Another guy who's injury prone, and I think this Nick Perry would class as actually injury prone. So LJ Collier, Seattle's pick in the draft. First rounder, some people say reach, but Seattle's gonna do what Seattle's gonna do, and they like picking players where draft pundits don't have them. Overall, if LJ Collier plays well, Ezekiel Ansah plays well, then this defensive line, can help out a lot more than it did last year. Last year it was Frank Clark, Jaron Reed, no one else really. There was no cohesion. The pass rushing wasn't too terrible, but it's just good to have good pass rushers. Ezekiel Ansah can help in the run game as well. LJ Collier also can do that. He's pretty good at that. Jaron Reed, drafted mostly because of run, presence. And then, hey, he comes in and gets 10 sacks last year. Poona Ford, run stuffer for sure. Screen sniffer as well. Al Woods, hard player to read. Stat-wise, he doesn't have the greatest sacks, but I like him as just a depth guy or a guy in the rotation who can help out. Nazir Jones, guy who had an off year last year, but in the first year, played pretty well. His rookie season, he was pretty good. So, intriguing depth D-tackle wise. Quentin Jefferson, guy who plays both spots. Inside, outside, on the line. Rasheem Green, pass rusher. Raw player who maybe has a breakout year. It would be nice if he stepped up, learned a little more, showed, hey, from the flashes of the preseason games I had last year, I'm the real deal, Jacob Martin, I would say, is more of a Leo guy, linebacker, edge guy who will get sacks off the edge. Fortunately, he's too small to do that consistently or just be like a edge defender 100% of the time. He was pretty good last year, and when he did play, he was explosive. Again, I would like another edge rusher like Nick Perry to be signed, because it just buys time for the rookies like LJ Collier to learn a little more and have time to develop. And then, when they are ready, they come in like Frank Clark did, Quentin Jefferson, pretty alright player, and maybe they do have him start over LJ Collier, just so Collier can learn. Or maybe Collier's the type of player who wants to be tossed into the flames and play. And it'll be good, So overall, I like this defensive line and think it has higher potential than last year's does. So anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah.